Yeah, here we are. Look at
Hey,
that.
George, you're looking pretty
Yeah, he must have fell off
tight.
his chair.
George, you okay, George?
George?
Do we have to call somebody?
I think he might have had to go get a drinky poo or something.
Oh, shit, I forgot to do that.
You see? What the? Haha. I got mine right here.
No.
Well, welcome back, everybody. It's another edition of the Heikadelic Show. Hopefully, we're going to get, like we say, down and dirty at 9:30. There he is. Speaking of getting dirty, George is back.
Yeah, hey, welcome back, George.
That's a short intro.
Yeah, well, no. That was a longer break than you thought.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, we're going to change your name to Carter there. Some people might not get that, but...
Yeah. Oh, who was first, Sandra or Deborah?
Well, no. Melanie's getting in there too, but today it was Deborah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Deborah, Melanie, Sandra.
Wow.
All right. Oh,
that's
Deborah
cool.
says hi, George.
Hi, Deborah. How are you? This beautiful Monday evening in Toronto. Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good there. Towers all
from?
lit up.
Yeah.
Is that taken from the water? So from the island, right?
Yeah. Oh, either an island or a boat. Yeah.
So you're sitting on your back porch there on the island right now, overlooking the city.
Yeah. Hey, that used to be my office.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right up there.
It's probably about there. The DJ booth, about there.
Yeah, it's above. It's above the big where the lights are, right? It's the next level up.
Yeah.
That's where it's lit up. That's where all the dishes are. The broadcasting dishes. They're all in there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's a communications tower, right? That was the original thing for it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't been up there in years. I hear it's not cheap anymore to go up the tower.
No, I've not been up since the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Last time I was up there, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
The food was never like spectacular up there. It was okay, but
no, it was never great. It was just a cool thing.
We used to go up when we were younger, right? When we were like 19, 20, like when you went downtown to party.
Yes.
And we used to go up there and just drink because the drinks were fairly cheap at the time.
Yeah.
And then next time I go up, 15 years after partying down there, everything's like quadrupled in price. $20
no kidding.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've actually walked on that bit. Opposite it there.
Yeah, the outside.
Yeah,
Is it gravel?
Top of the roof.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Is it gravel?
Yeah, it's gravel. Yeah, and there's nothing there. There's no barrier. There's just a cable. Yeah, it's pretty windy up there as well. Yeah,
I was going to say, lucky it wasn't a windy day. It'd be,
it's always windy up there.
Yeah. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Melanie.
And hi, Joe. And say hi to Joe, too. Joe's my buddy.
Oh, hi, Joe.
I smoke left-handed cigarettes with Joe when I see him at shows.
Left-handed cigarettes.
Yeah. Power hay.
Yeah, power hay.
Wacky tobacco.
Uh-huh.
Weed.
Speaking of things that we like to have, I think George has to play us a tune here.
Deborah used to live in Toronto.
Cheers, everybody.
I live north of Toronto, about an hour, and I don't mind visiting Toronto. It's about it.
I don't even like driving down there anymore. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right?
I can understand what you're saying. Like I don't mind the drive down there. I like it. I'm a people person. Like I like a people watcher, right? I like to observe shit. So for me it's okay. The bikes are probably the hardest thing to get used to, but what do you do? you pay attention.
You drive with your door open.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Get stuck in the streetcar lines.
Yeah, but see that used to be the thing we did many years ago. We'd get a bunch of guys together in Ajax. We'd all pile in my car and drive down there on a Friday night or Saturday night and hang out on Yonge Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Used to park in the alley behind Sam the Record Man. There was actually an alley back there.
Yeah.
And then we go walk up and down the strip and just hang out and watch people do stuff. It was cool.
I was totally different back then, right? You could park anywhere you wanted almost.
I just want to bring up the elephant in the room. Okay.
The elephant.
See, the elephant in the room, or the elephant who's not in the room. In case anybody hasn't noticed.
Okay,
not here tonight. We just want everybody to know he's doing okay.
Yep.
He's a little sick, so
but I bet he's keeping his eye on us.
Doing NyQuil shots.
Yes.
He'll be keeping his beady eyes on us.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
So I just put Ringo on the list as one of the guests because he put a message up on our screen. There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We miss you, buddy. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
I think you need a good hot toddy or two. They always help me.
Absolutely.
So what do you guys think about that convoy?
Oh man, I wanted to talk about that so bad. I think it's awesome.
You think it's awesome? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna make a difference?
I'd like to say yes. That's what I'm hoping, but usually they just wipe it all under the rug, right? They just make a big spiel about it. It's on the news. They talk about it. Blah 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 blah. Nothing ever happens.
The CBC posted that they were doing it in BC to protest icy roads.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow. See, you can't believe the media.
No.
Bunch of dicks.
Well, speaking of the media, actually, we have a gentleman coming up in a couple of weeks, Mr. Joe.
Yes.
He's gonna. Joe. Anyways, sorry. My God,
Todd Phillips.
Joe. Anyways, so I'm bringing
Joe.
We're gonna have Todd, and
I didn't get that memo.
Yeah. Okay. Wrong one. No, that's just a I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or just I'm high as hell and I used the wrong name. So, anyways. He'll be coming on. We can. He's been a journalist, been on TV and everything for over 30 years and stuff, or worked with TV. So we can ask some questions. He's he's interviewed multiple prime ministers.
Yep. It sounds like he's talked to a lot of cool people.
Yeah. Right up to he's won, I don't know, like 12 awards, I think he said, for being journalist and stuff, and there's a bunch of things. But anyways, so where were we going with that? I just started plugging.
That's okay.
Odd.
Deborah made a comment. She says, "You look stoned, Derek."
What? Who said that?
Deborah.
No. I just had a shower and.
You got soap in your eyes, right?
Yeah, that's it. Got soap in my eyes. Yeah, Deborah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. We brought up the truck thing, the truck convoy,
where I start getting into the stuff that I grew, right?
Yes.
So I'm not sure what I try a new jar. I'm not sure how it's going to be. This jar was pretty good.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your face.
It always does.
I'll have to bring you a jar or a bag or something too. Try it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Rock on, Junior.
Hi, Junior.
Oh, hey, my buddy James is here too. Sorry, James, I didn't see that. How's it going, James? Mr. Boone? He's another guy from he's Melanie Boone, the Bannock Shack big party that I go to out Napanee. Out Butternut Falls, I think it's called.
Butternut Falls.
Yeah.
That's
great
cool.
Party. If you ever want to go to like a camp party where it's just mellow, a good time, like they have the bull riding machine and stuff like that, the concession stands to get your food and everything. Yeah. And man, it's a good time. They have bands all day long, all weekend. And,
right on.
It's a pretty good price. So yeah. Come check it out.
Come out the next time. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Right on.
Not to mention, you might be able to get to see a band or two play, that I know.
Well, that would be awesome. There was a comment there, I think, from Richard.
Oh, two quick things. Oh yeah, we were talking about the truck drivers.
Yes, yes, we were.
The truck drivers, 500 people at the rally. That's a lot of trucks. So, okay.
So, do you even understand what it's all about?
Well, does Richard? Is that what you're saying?
No. Do you guys know what it's all like? Have you been following this at all?
Yeah. It's about the vaccine. It's about getting your shot and not being able to cross the border because of the mandates. If you don't have your vaccine, you can't go to the States. And it's going to be the other way around too. The States is, if you don't have your shot, you can't come in or go out of the States.
Yeah.
So unless the States do something as well, you got to work together here, right? And there are some truck drivers from the States who came up, right?
Yep.
I guess the next rally, the rally is going to be on the 29th.
They're all going to be meeting in Ottawa on the 29th. These trucks have come from BC. They started on the 23rd. There's convoys coming up from the US, and they're also leaving the East Coast.
The convoys coming from the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
They are going up and around to get to Ottawa. I guess that's Kelowna. I don't know. I don't want to give the wrong name. But they're going up the top end. So truck drivers from the States can come through and have a clear run, have the easy, the nice run. Hey guys, here, take the 401. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be.
Is it the 420 or 426? There, 420, I think it is, isn't it? That's right at the border. From the west side?
I don't know. I know down in Windsor, the 401 goes down there. There's the 402 near Sarnia, and they're going to be coming up that way too. I know somebody who's a truck driver, and he's gone down to meet 6 of his buddies, and they're all going to come up from there. Yeah. So there's another convoy coming from that area. So there's going to be a lot of freaking trucks in Ottawa this coming weekend.
Just think, half 1,000,000 people. That's a lot, especially when you're in vehicles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see if our lovely Prime Minister even addresses it.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean, right? Guy's got no balls.
Well, I don't want to say that because you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He might stand up.
Well, let's see.
Just even say something. Even say, hey guys, guess what? We can't do anything because the States is going to do it too. So what does it matter, right? Even if it's that kind of statement, I just want to see if he says anything. That's me personally.
But yeah, we're doing it first, and the U.S. is supposedly following suit.
Yeah,
but think about it. I listened to an interview from a truck driver, and he's one of the guys that's kind of starting it over in BC. And it's funny. He just says, I want everybody just to look around you right now, wherever you are. Look at your furniture, look at stuff on the walls, even at your house, all the building materials, every single thing that you have has been brought somewhere by a truck.
Yeah.
Right? Everything. Everything we own.
The computer, yes.
Exactly. Absolutely everything. Our beers, our whatever.
Yep.
So, and now if they take this many trucks off the road, pretty much, it's gonna be pretty crazy out there because how are things going to get to the stores?
If you ate today, thank a farmer.
Yeah.
If you bought your food today, thank a truck driver.
Yeah.
And then
and even from the farms, right? The farmers, they process it, but then it has to go on a truck to get to the plant.
Hey, if I'm selling corn, I'm going to be taking truckloads of corn, right?
Absolutely.
If I'm selling hay, I'm taking truckloads of hay.
Yes.
If I'm a dairy, that's what I grew up doing, right? I was on a dairy farm.
Right.
So every other day we had a truck come in, take 1,400 liters out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So trucks it is true. Trucks if you don't have trucks, everything's kind of screwed.
Everything is going to slow right down.
And we are so not self-sufficient as a whole, right? Like
absolutely,
as a people,
you're right. Yep,
right.
We're not.
No, like I grew up in the country. I don't even know how to gut a fish.
Yeah.
I could probably do like a big animal, right? A deer, cow, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to properly fillet a fish.
Yeah. Well, I do. I just don't know how to do the big ones. But see, that's a thing too, right? A lot, even the way people shop. It was common. I still know a lot of people that go once a week to go grocery shopping, right? You shop for the week. I know other people that they should have wing it like a day or two. Like they're constantly in the store. Oh, we're gonna make for dinner tomorrow night. We got to go get this. We got to get this. So,
well, George,
people don't even have a backup.
Is that not a very English thing though? Because
like, yeah,
you like every other day. Oh, I'm getting this. This is what we eat.
Well, yeah, people do it at the big shop, but yeah, it's not uncommon for people to go every couple of days.
Yeah.
Rather than stock up for the week.
You guys don't have big fridges like us, right?
No. Well, they might do now, but
yeah.
Certainly when I was still there, we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fridge wasn't really used that much, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're eating a fresher diet then?
Yeah. That kind of thing. You probably buy certain stuff, but like fresh veggies and all that, you won't buy them a week ahead of time,
Yeah.
Things like that.
Except for what's that called? Bubble and Squeak.
Bubble and Squeak. Bubble and Squeak. Actually, I think the restrictions are coming off in the UK next month. I think.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think no mandates on masks. It's just a personal thing. If you want to wear a mask, but you don't have to.
And that's how it should be.
Capacities at arenas.
Yep.
From what I can gather from the bits I hear, they're pretty much getting back to it as we were. Yeah.
But what they're doing here with these truck drivers is insane because these guys don't handle the goods that are in the truck. They don't take them out. They don't put them in. They drive a freaking truck. They're sitting in a cab by themselves going from A to B. Then they get unloaded. Then they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So what's with the bullshit? You know what I mean?
Pass the paper, and even half of them now, I've seen they have like a clipboard hooked up to the like under the reefer on their trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And literally, you go in with like a Kleenex or a disinfectant tissue, and you put it on the clipboard, and you're back in your truck.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know about all the numbers too, because at the beginning the government was saying, "Oh, it's going to only affect like 3,000 to 3,500 trucks," and then I heard from these guys on the interview, it's more like 28,000 trucks.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know what that number is, if that's once a day, once a week, how many times all these trucks cross over the border. So, if this goes through, things are going to get pretty crazy out there, and that's when people start to panic. And like I said to someone earlier on today, the government's supposed to help its people, help businesses, look after its people, and they're doing the exact opposite right now. They're closing down all little businesses. And what I found,
play devil's advocate here.
Go for it. I love it. Go for it.
If we've never been through this before, right? So we don't know if it was a bad thing of closing it down. And per capita, our numbers aren't that bad compared to the States and stuff, right?
No.
But again, like that's where like I don't say Ford did a shitty job, and I don't say Trudeau did a shitty job with what happened, like shutting stuff down, and our numbers proved that it worked, right? What shutting down did work. What you shut down may not have been the right things.
No,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Like I know a lot of people do say like, "Oh, Costco, they left Costco open," but how many small businesses, mom and pop places use Costco to make their hamburgers, to get their buns, to get their relishes, right? So if you shut Costco, now you're shutting down a bigger portion of the food chain, right?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
No, it's true, right?
Deborah, I'll have my lights back next week. Don't worry. I just wanted
She misses your lights.
Change of scenery. I'll get them back for you next week, Deborah.
Yeah.
I never refuse a request, a reasonable request. So.
Hey, Deborah, what did you go to jail for?
Oh.
I read a comment there. She said she lived in Toronto before she went to jail.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh. I think, I mean, like,
talk.
I mean, to me, like COVID, it's going to be almost 2 years, in less than 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're at that point now where we've got to have, we've got to live with it one way or the other, People that are going to get vaccinated are vaccinated. People that aren't going to be. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
time to just get on with it now.
And because I'm just not that guy to know exactly how to do it right away, I just thought of. I want to know what Pfizer's stocks have done since the booster. I want to know if they've dropped or if they've gained. Because if they've gained, then it's working. If they've dropped, then it's obviously not working. So that's and the booster, because they're not pushing the booster like they were even a month ago.
No,
you know what I mean. No. You're not hearing it. Is that because maybe enough people have it, or is that because it doesn't work?
People are going to get it. Have probably got it already, right? I've had the shot, so 2 out of the 3 are all 3. So, you just got to
2 out of 3 ain't bad, right, Meatloaf?
Oh dear!
Yeah.
Oh. No. Yeah. And Q song, but I think
I got some hate mail about that. I don't know if you guys saw the meme that I put up.
No.
Which one?
It said.
Was it with the coffin?
Yeah, Meatloaf.
Yeah, I saw that. I laughed my ass off. It was funny, but
degrees in 3 or 4 hours. Some people said it was a little early. I got a couple of like messages.
Yeah. Well, you try and make fun of it and stuff like that, but some people get upset about it. Oh, Here we go. Richard is on the ball. He's got some stats here. Who can read that?
Pfizer is doing okay. Third quarter, 2021 revenue total 24 billion.
Yeah, an increase
of 13 billion. Go ahead, George.
It's an increase of 13.8 billion, or 134% compared to the prior year quarter, reflecting operational growth of 13.4 billion, or 130%, as well as favorable impact of foreign exchange of 421 million, or 4% November the 2nd, 2021. Wow.
There you go, bud.
A lot to take in.
2 months away from that, right? Almost 3 months away from that. I want to see almost another quarter away from that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, November. Yeah.
So that's what I want to see. Yeah. They've just made their billions. Are they going to be like, oh, hey, everything's cool now. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and Junior just said nobody's using the COVID app, and when that first came out, I just laughed and I go, what an absolute ridiculous app.
Yeah.
And, some people went for it. It'll tell me if someone's around me with COVID. It's like, piss off. And I guess people finally figured it out and said, yeah, we're not using this. It's ridiculous.
But even now you get those rapid tests, right? And I took one. I actually took 2 last week because we had a guy here who had COVID. Anyways. A lot of people aren't going to report it. You know what I mean? You're gonna get this rapid test, whether it works or not. Who knows? Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't.
That is also something the pharmaceutical companies have put out there to make a shit ton of money. These stupid tests. Why get tested? All the testing should stop. It's meaningless.
I do know what? Even placebo effect.
If you get sick, you talk to your doctor or you go to the hospital, depending how badly sick you are. And I'll tell you this for a fact, this just happened today. Somebody went to the hospital because they had all the symptoms. And you know what the hospital did? They didn't even test them. They said, you have COVID. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. What did we used to do when people got the flu? You went to bed. You had chicken noodle soup, right? You just had to look after yourself, go through the course. People die from the flu every single year. The only difference about all this frickin' nonsense is they're actually keeping track and publicizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would keep track of how many people died of breast cancer every day or lung cancer every day, the numbers would be staggering. This COVID shit is ridiculously, it's just
how
nonsense.
Many people have killed themselves?
That is actually one of the highest numbers is suicide.
Right now.
Higher than cancer and everything is suicide.
Men between 15 and 35, the suicide rates have like it's 40 times what it was or something.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Yes.
And then I was like, do you know what they say main causes of suicide are? Like the reasons for it?
Well, they say mostly depression. Right?
Depression.
People are depressed because they're jobless, they have no money, they lose their lover, like it's all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep. And usually whatever it ends up, whatever the start of it was, it ends up coming back to mental health issues.
Yes.
Undiagnosed or diagnosed, right?
Yep. Deborah, you're awesome. Chicken noodle soup and a joint. There you go. That'll fix anything. Yeah. It's just gone too far. And you know, I'm not saying this is a truth. This is my opinion, and I've listened to some other people too, and this is their opinion. There's a lot of people that are chatting about this because it's affecting everybody.
Yep.
And what's going on out there is a lot of people have started to back off. They don't want to take the booster shots. They're saying, okay, enough is enough. You guys are destroying businesses, your lives. Like it's just getting too much. And a lot of people are saying, whoa, stop. Yeah. And it's believed that the fear factor is slowly coming down. Mm-hmm. So this thing with the trucks is to trying to get fear back into people saying, oh my God, what are we going to do? We won't be able to get groceries. We won't be able to get toilet paper. We can't get gas. We can't get this because there won't be any trucks out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're saying this is all a part of the big game again. They're trying to get the fear back into the people so they can control them. Well, I don't know, but it makes sense to me. I just wish a lot of people would just open their eyes. You know, you're not going to get sick from someone that's not vaccinated. That's bullshit. Everybody out there is the same, vaxxed, non-vaxxed. Everybody could be a carrier.
If you have the vaccine, you won't get it as bad as what they're saying.
Yes.
Who knows?
And that's the only thing the vaccine does.
As soon as my tail starts growing, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'll be showing that shit off.
I know you will. It's just frustrating. But,
it is. And you want to know something? You want to know my biggest problem, especially, I think it's going to be social media related in general.
Excuse me. Yep.
If you put out an opinion, or I see something that I like, say somebody just says something motivational, anything,
yes,
and I like it and I repost it, I'll get some people who will just like, I don't see it that way, blah blah blah. Why don't you just? I don't like if it's the same government, right? Somebody puts a motivational thing, and I'm like, hey, this is great.
Yep.
Check this out. You know, if you don't hang around assholes, you won't be an asshole. Type of thing, right?
Sure.
And somebody who I don't know who he is, some guy in some government who said it, or just some dickhead on the street who said it.
Right.
That guy's not a great person. He's an idiot. Why would you ever post something that he said?
See?
He'd be an idiot. This
what that is
kind of cool.
Right there is everybody has an opinion.
Yep.
And that's what it is. And that's the mistake people make is they take an opinion as being the truth or not the truth.
Yep.
It's an opinion. It's whatever I think, Derek thinks, George thinks, your neighbor thinks. It's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as you take that to be literal and say good or bad or true or false or whatever, it's all out of context now. Mm-hmm. But that's what's happening out there. People are taking opinions as fact. Smarten up.
What do we got here, Deborah?
Do your research.
Do your research. Just
Google it. Google it.
High. All right.
Well, I used to all the way up there. Used to be high every night.
Yep.
Used to be, yeah. So that's not a mile in the air, eh?
No, it's 1,185 feet 5 inches, if I recall correctly.
Wow, that's pretty good, George.
So I guess you can't get a mile high club in there.
Oh, people did, believe me. They used to go, they used to, that used to go on for sure.
Highest place in Toronto, anyway.
Conversation for another day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love it.
Big time. Yeah.
No, yeah, a great time.
So had any gigs lately, George?
Junior says we're gonna be we might be rocking sooner than you think.
I think so. I think things will start picking up pace. I think we've turned the corner.
Well, it's funny. A lot of people said March. They said in March, a lot of this is going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say last March?
That's pretty close to now, right? I can't see it all going away, but maybe there's going to be some changes in March. Where
I don't think it'll be like. I think just like we say, questions have been asked. Fear factors have gone down. People are getting fed up. It's like we've done what we've done. I mean, I can't do any more than I've done for like almost 2 years.
No. Yeah,
I've done everything. Stayed away, stayed home, done this, done that.
And you
protected myself, protected other people. I've done everything. So I don't want to be I want to see some progress.
Yeah.
That's
really good, George, that you say that. You want to see some progress because we haven't had any fucking progress at all.
No,
we start doing a little up, and then they go, put the brakes on. A little bit up, put the brakes on, and it's always something else.
I mean, it's a virus. It's not going to go away. Viruses don't go away.
Viruses don't go away. They mutate. Yeah. It's a natural progression of a virus.
It's going to be around.
Mutating. Yes, it'll be here for years.
Hey guys, wait a second. We're getting away here. Sandra just had to bring us back. George.
Sandra.
The old backside.
Your backside yet, George.
The old backside routine.
Wow. Thanks, Sandra. Yeah, we just went right left there. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, George. Let's check out your backside.
Tonight's show produced by Sandra from Hamilton, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Nice job,
Sandra,
girl.
is that where you're from, Hamilton?
I think she's from Hamilton. I think so.
She will correct us if you're wrong.
I might get mixed up with somebody else. But anyway. All right. We're going back in time here.
Oh, boy.
The dreaded green tape is on.
The dreaded green tape.
Oh, that just looks like a beach,
Yeah, it is a beach.
Waves coming in the clouds.
Is that like 84 or is that in the 70s?
I think it's in the 70s, mid to late 70s.
Okay.
Mm.
I thought it was David Bowie. I was going to say China Girl era, but that's like in the 80s.
That's what I got here. Let's see if we can see it. A year on this.
Here, hold it up. Let's see if we can see the year on it.
Yeah. Put it up. Let me see if I can see it. Oh, wait a second. I know what I should do.
Hang on. The place is falling apart a bit like me. No, I couldn't find a date on it. I was looking earlier and I couldn't find one on it.
Oh,
there we go, George.
There you go. You got it now, buddy. Tilt it a bit. There's a glare on it.
Yeah, you can't see.
You mean you can't read the words? You can't read the writing. I'll ask a couple of questions and I'll give you a clue or two.
Okay.
That's a sunset, by the way.
Yes, it is a sunset.
Okay.
It's not a sunrise.
I don't know. It's definitely sunset, that one.
So, it's not the Beach Boys.
It's not the Beach Boys.
It is rock and roll.
It's not really rock and roll as a. Hang on, I've got to do the.
Yeah, he's got to do the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got Boston right last time, so.
Right. Yeah. I have to. Trying to find a flashlight here. Can see what. Just talk amongst yourselves a second while I try and see a year on this.
Oh, Sandra is from Hamilton adjacent.
Burlington. There you go. Yeah. I knew I was close.
What do we got here? Deborah says REO Speedwagon.
RAO Speedwagon. Oh, it's older than I thought, actually. 1973.
73. Wow.
Hmm.
Sandra wants to know if it's a solo artist. Oh,
Solo artist. It is indeed a solo artist.
it is indeed a solo artist.
Mm.
So, Deborah, it's not Chicago.
It's not Chicago, but we'll buzz you
Solo
anyway.
artist from 73. Elton John.
It's not Elton John.
Wow.
Is it that type of music? Is that like that rocky?
It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of that kind of, what would you call it? Adult orientated, you know, whatever.
Billy Joel?
Not quite Billy Joel.
Not quite Billy Joel. Oh, no. We got, Richard says Neil Diamond.
Richard says Neil Diamond. Let's see what the buzzer says here.
Yeah, Richard.
Is that? Oh, look at that. Gotta go, Richard. You are the star.
John Livingston Seagull. I don't even remember buying this. I think someone gave it me. I was going through the. Yeah, I didn't know I had it. I was just.
What's the big song on that one?
There isn't one. It was like a concept album. No. But I was going to say, like, if it carried on, that Heiko, I definitely know that you've got an album by him.
Yes, I do.
Because that was the first album you ever bought.
Hot August Night.
Yeah.
It's a double album set. It's actually quite good.
Yeah, I've got that. I remember that back in the day.
Right.
Oh, Keisha likes your Pac-Man sound effects.
Yeah. We do our hardest. The budget's a bit slim, but we do our best.
Yeah.
On sound
Richard,
effects.
Just so you know, you win a free pass to next week's show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Front row and center seat you can have. Yeah. You can jump the front of the line. Yeah. Front of the line.
Yeah.
Oh, Keisha, are you listening by yourself tonight, or do you have other people listening in with you? Ooh. We need to know.
Yeah. Inquiring minds need to know.
Yes, we need to know.
By the way, next week we got this one. Ooh.
Oh, wait, what's that? Wait, George, let me. Oh, you can't do that.
The whole week That's next week.
That's next week's.
That's next week. And the week after, we got this one.
Oh.
Wow.
Just a little teaser there for you, kids. We don't just throw these things together. We plan weeks ahead of time.
He's got everything all lined up.
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
This is the Heikadelic show. Yeah.
Yeah, no messing around here.
No messing around.
I know, right?
Half measures.
You want to know who else we got? We got Steve Hogue coming up too.
Next week, right?
Yeah, I think that's the 31st. I believe. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So if you have
any
questions about the music biz, what's it like being a promoter, one of the top promoters? I'm gonna say he's one of the top promoters in Toronto for sure. That I know, guaranteed.
Look him up. He's going to be on our show. Well.
Oh, we need another drink already.
I think so.
You want the music?
Cheers. Yeah, let's give us some tunes here. Cheers, everybody.
Tra-la-la.
Everybody's thirsty.
Antonio is listening as well there, Heiko.
Ah, perfect. Antonio.
Oh, boy.
How you doing, bud? Cheers, Antonio. I heard your mother was going to be listening too. Is that a fact?
What?
Antonio's mom. I don't know her name. We're just going to call her Antonio's mom.
Just Antonio's mom. All right.
Wow, we have all kinds of people in, eh?
Yeah, we got Ringo's mom.
Yeah, she's here just for George all the time.
That's right. Yeah, well,
she loves
I wouldn't
George.
be here either if it wasn't. I'm only here because I don't want to disappoint Ringo's mum.
Yeah,
it'd be very ungentlemanly of me if I decided not to show up.
Yeah,
that would be unfair. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? The snowstorm we had, last week?
Last week,
it was about a week ago now, right?
Yeah.
Got another one today.
That wasn't too bad today.
We got like a dusting, like barely a dusting.
I work in Markham, and Markham got more than up in Uxbridge.
I heard they had a lot down like Oshawa, Curtis area down that way.
Yeah,
it was something Lake Ontario effect snow or some crap like that. I don't know.
Today,
but
today.
Well,
I didn't get that much here, and I'm just not far from Oshawa.
Because they kept saying Curtis on the news for some reason. They kept saying Curtis, and I go, oh shit.
Maybe it just sweep by you, George.
Probably, yeah. That's no bad thing.
Yeah.
I wish the cold would sweep by me as well. It's damn cold.
It's winter, buddy, and you live in Canada. It's going to get cold.
Yeah, but I'm from England. I'm from the Great Wet North, not the Great White North.
Oh my God. Yeah, the Great Wet North.
Come on, give me a break. Give a kid a break,
You know, the problem always is keeping your head warm.
You guys know geography well?
A little bit.
Well, it depends.
What is the farthest north state?
But like Alaska?
Yeah, okay, Alaska.
Yeah.
So what would the farthest west state be?
I don't know that. Don't know.
Don't know?
No.
Alaska.
Oh,
it is as well. Okay.
It's over to Russia, right? Well, it all depends on how you look at it, because if the Earth is more like a disc, it's to the left.
Oh, you're going flat Earth on us right now, are you? We're going flat Earth again.
Oh, there you go.
It's funny. A lot of people are into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know something? I like listening to people with different ideas. Like, if it gets you thinking, why not? You know what I mean? Like, I remember once I made a comment on Facebook, and I had people who I wouldn't think would have answered. Like, I had some politicians and stuff on my Facebook, and they like sent me private messages and shit saying,
"Oh, right on."
You know, that was actually kind of neat. I like the answers. I like where you went with it. I would never say that because for my PC, whatever, it wouldn't be right for me to say something like that. Right. My whole thing was when they were saying it was back when they were bringing Syrians in and stuff. And right. They said that they were bringing in all the doctors and the lawyers and all the surgeons and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's great, but what's going to happen when they rebuild? You don't have the doctors, you don't have the lawyers, they're not over there anymore. They're all over here, the engineers, right?
Yep.
And I was just wondering, and at the time, who was it? Was I was talking with my singer at the time, Mo. He's Persian.
Right. Perfect.
So, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, what do you guys? What's going to happen? And he was the one who actually brought it up. Like, he was like, "What's going to happen to us over there?" Like, when everybody's here. So it was neat.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, but then again, you got to watch what you say because some people might take it the wrong way.
Again, it's an opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion. You can either, if you listen to someone's opinion, you can either accept it or dismiss it or whatever, but it's an opinion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have opinions too.
Some opinions need a punch in the face, right?
Oh, God. But I tell you, I've had this nagging shit going on here for the last week and a half since we had the big snowfall, right? So, couple things. The night of the snowstorm, we all knew it was coming. The municipalities knew 3-4 days in advance, we're getting a shit ton of snow, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The night of the snowfall, there was not a single effing snowplow out anywhere.
Yep.
Nothing was plowed. We got up in the morning, all the roads were covered in snow. Nothing.
Mm.
You know when they went out? In rush hour.
Wow.
And then they started bitching and complaining and say, we can't keep the roads clean. You know, it's a staffing issue. It's blah, 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 whatever. You know,
but
so,
do you know what the staffing issue is?
Yeah. People aren't allowed to go to work because they're not double vaccinated.
No, it's not that.
What is it?
Staffing issue, especially in the smaller areas where we live, right?
Yeah.
You have 6 guys running the trucks, right?
Yes.
You can only work whatever it is, 10, 12 hours, and you have to have 8 hours off in between the time you punch out and the time you start again.
Mm.
So if you're doing that, you're going to have a time when, you got people, you're going to do 2 shifts, 3 people here, 3 people here, right? You're going to overlap. There's going to be there's going to be a 3-4 hour shift that there's going to be nobody because you're going to have sleep, right? You have to shut it down.
Yeah.
And
but
it's not
knowing,
like it used to be when they used
knowing
to go
in
24
advance, but knowing in advance that it's going to snow Sunday night, wouldn't you have your trucks ready, your people ready, your shifts all lined up, ready to go, so that once you get about an inch of snow on the road, out the boys go, right? And they don't have to clean everything, just clean the main roads. But nothing was done. And then, this is where I wanted to throw rocks and bricks, because the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there were plows going up and down my street, and there was no snow on the road. And they had the blades down. Well, not my road. Yes, but the next road over here, I was going to mention that too. It is the craziest shit you've ever seen. It's a little 2-lane highway that goes into the beef, right? It's just 1 lane each way. So they plow that. No, it's 17. It's a side road. It's a little side road.
Yeah, side road 17 is the end of my road.
So they plow that. Then later the plows come and they plow the shoulder.
Yeah.
Then the plows come again and they plow the grass.
Yep.
After the shoulder.
Push it out of the ditch.
And then they come again and they aim their blades down and they scrape the fucking ditches.
Yep.
And they blow everything out into the bush. Right?
Yep.
And I'm going, this is insane. This is so fucking wide you can land a plane.
And they take out every third sign and mailboxes, and my neighbor, he has every year they come closer to our hedge. I have a hedge, right?
Yeah.
I live in the original farmhouse in the area. So the road literally is I think it's 40 feet from my front door.
Yeah.
40 feet, not meters, that's feet.
Yeah.
I'm fucking close. So I have a hedge up there, right?
Yep.
They keep on coming closer and closer to my hedge. The road used to be 10 feet from my hedge. It is now 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
From the plows.
Like, my neighbor put up the most beefiest freaking mailbox you've ever seen in your life. It has like a 12 by 12 mast underneath it. If a plow ever hits that, it's going to flip over. But then down on this road, we also have snowmobile trails that run along the side of the road.
Yep.
Well, because of the way these morons plow the road, they can't use the trail. And even the trail grooming machines have to drive up onto the road because they've dug the whole freaking ditch and the grass out of got rid of all the snow.
Yep.
So now they have to go in the trees. They can't go in the trees. So it's just the people that run the municipalities. I'd like to have a chat with them, and I'd like to show them how it should be done. It's frustrating.
They paved our road, right?
Yeah.
Even our ward councillor doesn't know where they got the money to pave our road.
Yeah.
It just happens that I have a CBM pip that wants to expand that's right at the end of our road.
You're right.
So somehow, and she said it wasn't in our 10-year budget or 10-year plan, right? So all of a sudden our road's paved because CBM wants to expand over to the end of our road from the other side of 13, right?
Is it real pavement, or is it that?
It's tarmac. It's gravel and tar.
Yeah.
Right?
They did that to our road too, and it is now, it's part of the Beaver Valley Trail or some crap like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a trail that goes from Beaverton to Cannington. I don't know where it goes after that. But they did a whole bunch of little back roads like that.
Yeah. So ours
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it because it used to be a bitch, when it was all muddy and dirty, riding the motorcycles out there. So now it's nicer. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Oh, back roads on a motorcycle are awesome, right?
Yeah.
Until you
I
hit
love
a
it.
raccoon, porcupine.
Yeah. My buddy hit a porcupine with the car, right?
Yeah,
And then his tire was leaking, but he didn't understand. So he took the car in and they put it up on the jack, and then you could see all the people looking at the car underneath. They're all chatting and pointing and stuff like that. And they called him over and said, "We've never seen anything like this." And all the quills were stuck in the rubber on the backside of the tire. They'd actually punctured the rubber. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Well, that's like anybody I know who's hit a porcupine, they get a flat tire, right? It just
really. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but from him, like, he did, right?
Yeah, the quills are so powerful they can puncture a rubber tire.
Wow, that's crazy.
In car tires, not truck tires.
Yeah.
Wow, didn't think they'd be that strong.
Doing a Phil Naro tribute. Right on. I'm guessing that's on your show, Junior?
I think so, yeah. Made in Canada.
Yeah.
10 p.m. No, 7 to 10 p.m. Friday nights.
Yes, 7 to 10 on Fridays. Junior, catch him on
Indie Rock
Radio.
.ca.
.ca. Cancel culture is out of control. Too many people can't handle opposing points of view anymore. It's pretty true to a point. Yeah.
And it's true, Richard. It's like we said earlier. You got to realize that people have opinions, and too many people can't handle hearing something, right?
Yep. Keisha, how is your? I want to know, Keisha, how has your street been since the tornado? It's still not plowed. Yeah. I was gonna say if you wait long enough, the wind will blow it away. But I thought that was a bad joke.
Give it 2 months, it'll melt. You're okay.
Hey George, is it okay if I have an amber?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Set me up there, buddy. Cheers.
Set you up here.
Everybody grab a drink. Cheers.
Extended version there.
Yeah.
Deborah. People jump on her on people jump on you on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Is that a fans only thing or only fans? Sorry.
Wow.
I reply back and just tell them you should have their own day. Block people. Yeah. You want to know something? I've only ever blocked 2 people on Facebook. I've unfriended a few, but
yeah,
I try. I think if I'm at the point of unfriending people, I just try to do stuff to annoy them.
Yeah. Well, that's easy.
see if they unfriend me.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Sometimes I find this hard. Do you guys unfriend dead friends? Like, do you?
No, hell no.
I haven't. No.
Still chat with them once in a while.
Send them a message. Yeah, you want to know something? Yeah. I do that too. There's in London. If anybody hears from London, I have a buddy that I worked with on the highway. He was a submariner prior to working with me, right?
Right.
So he was Korean wartime. So he used to tell me stories about like they would go for missions under the ice for 30 days up to 60 days, right?
Wow.
And he goes, we would surface somewhere and you wouldn't know where they were. And like nobody would. It was like the captain and whoever the radar guy was or whatever would just be the only guys who know, or the navigator, I guess it would have been.
Yeah.
And he goes, the weirdest thing that ever happened to him is one day they came up and I guess somewhere in the Arctic area, a Russian sub came up beside them and they ended up having a barbecue.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he's like, it was so cool. Like, I guess the 2 pilots knew each other, right? So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they met up and
I guess they would, right? Like ship, like ocean going people that know each other, right? There's a camaraderie. Doesn't matter where you're from.
Exactly.
The men of the sea, right? They just all have that thing going. Have you ever been on a submarine? Have you in a submarine? Have you ever been on one?
I've been in. I went in a fake submarine,
Okay.
50,000 or 20,000 leagues under the sea in the States.
Oh yeah.
You just go into like a fake submarine, but no, I've never been in one.
Oh, I have. I was. It was just. I'm going back to like the late '60s. I was at school, and it was part of like a careers thing, right? And there's two Royal Navy nuclear submarines docked in Manchester, and kids from all over the schools were, allowed to visit and have a look around. And, if you wanted to, in case you were thinking of going into the Navy and all that. But I couldn't believe how smelly it was. It was just all these smells.
Well, right? Think of it. It's a tin can that doesn't get clean air, right?
It gets diesel oil. It's got guys, I don't know how many guys are on them. And it's so cramped. It's like
they eat beans for breakfast and then fart all day. Holy shit, Derek! Hey, Derek, all the girls are loving you today. Eh?
I know it's like
Keisha says your hair is luscious, and Deborah says you're cute as hell. Like what's going on here?
He's the drummer. He's the drummer of the band. That's why.
It's the drummer.
All the girls love a drummer.
Yeah. I thought it was because I'm underneath Heiko here. Right. Got you two above me, and it's just dripping down.
Oh my God, just dripping all over you.
All right.
Oh wait, that could sound bad if I'm underneath you guys.
Yes, that's terrible. Terrible.
Let's not go there. No.
It's the Derek Appreciation Society in full swing this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
So, anyways,
Keisha just said that a lot of the houses on her street are still tarped up and look like they did when the tornado hit. Wow. So, see here, you spend all this money on insurance, right? Every year you got to pay your freaking insurance, and look. Isn't that awesome?
But too, you got to think there's also the supply chain again, right?
You know what?
But Windows and stuff. No. Heiko, I've been waiting for Windows since March.
Custom size windows?
Yeah, four customs, two
okay,
doors.
Well, custom's hard because they have to make them. But their generic windows are out there everywhere.
Glass. They can't get glass. They're not making it. So to get the glass from wherever overseas, whoever makes it, that's the problem. Is getting it here. I guess I'm not even sure.
Well, we make glass locally. There's a massive glass plant in Scarborough. I'm sure there's other ones around too.
How many builders from Toronto who have condos went, I'm buying everything you have. Here's the money. Don't worry about Derek, who wants to save on some heat in his house.
Yeah.
I got these condos to build.
Yeah. True.
Okay, so back to the story. Okay, so
my
buddy, he's from London, and I played a show in London, and afterwards I went to get pizza. Right. My thing after I play, I used to go and get a crappy hamburger. I go to a fast food restaurant and buy a hamburger and kind of treat myself to that. Right. So now I don't eat meat. I decide I'm going to go to Stobie's in London, which is a pizza place that's open until like 4 a.m., right? It's like if you're hammered, apparently that's where you go.
That's where you go.
Bar, right? It's open until 4 and you just eat pizza. So I went there. So anyways, when we worked together, I told him one time when I go to London, I'll find Stobie's and I'll grab pizza there. And he passed away, I think it's 3 years now. And I finally made it. So hey Dave, I finally made it to Stobie's, brother. I got a pizza. So yeah, it's cool. I still message dead friends, and I did it on his wall because I feel it's pointless to do it message unless it's going to be something really personal, right? Yeah. To let his family know too, he's still being thought of. Like I spent hours and hours a day with that guy and trusted my life to him, right? Like we worked side by side. He was my partner. So
that's very cool. Very cool, buddy. Yeah.
And then he's the guy who, that guy, you want to talk about smoking joints? We were talking about this before. This guy to work would bring 8 to 10 joints, pre-rolled joints, cigarette-sized joints. For work. 8 to 10. I couldn't believe it. And he's like, yeah, that's just for one night. if he knew he was going to do like a 2-day shift or something, he would have a full cigarette pack, 24 or 25, filled with joints. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh yeah, fucking crazy guy. Submariner. Oh, those guys are crazy.
Some people are like that. They smoke joints like some people smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
We know somebody that does the same thing too. Our compost guy, and he's always got one in his hand. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I go, how do you function, man?
But, yeah,
Just
but
more
I used
creative.
to be
They
like
do.
that, and you just get to a point where you don't get high anymore, right? It's just like normal, like
tolerance.
yeah. It's just kind of weird, and it sucks. I backed off because of that. Like I'm like, fuck, man, I'm wasting a lot of weed because I'm not getting high. So now I save it for right before the show. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm gonna do the show in 20 minutes. I gotta go smoke 3 bongs, 4 bongs.
Gotta get pumped. Yeah.
And then I get my nice sparkly eyes for the camera.
That's right, and the hair looks good too.
Yeah, and it's good for the hair, the protein.
It's good for your hair.
Freaking nice
Sleek.
hairdo.
Well,
Very nice.
when I was younger, I used to have hair like right down to my arse, right?
Right.
And then when my daughter was born, I cut it all off.
Yeah.
And I went 10 years and I had a mohawk, and then now I because of COVID,
I saw a couple of pictures you posted a while ago with red, wasn't it? Or did you just do different colors?
Oh yeah, I had multi. see the Heikadelic show thing here?
Yeah.
I had every color there.
Yeah.
I've actually even had it multiple colors like that before.
Wow.
Nice.
I used to be in like a punk thrash band, and that was my thing. I was the punk in it, like the punk guy. So
like, I mean, how much time did you have to spend on your hair when you're doing that?
Okay, so this is for anybody who wants to know how to do a mohawk.
Good one, George.
If you go like this, because I used to have literally like see how long that is? I used to have Liberty spikes that long. So I had 6 of them. It was my number. So if you grab your hair like this and you pull up, and then it literally pulls the skin off your head, and you spray that with Got2b glue, great stuff.
Wow.
You spray that and you just hold it for like 10 seconds and it'll stay up.
Wow.
So, but the trick is to pull it. If you don't pull it and you just like lift it, you got to really pull, and you spray it and coat it, and then you just let the top flow down, like just fall down.
Yeah.
And then you build it up after. But you just start at the base. So it'll be like this, and I do a bunch of them, and then you build it up slowly.
Right.
I think you should do your hair up
for me.
For our next show. I think you should do your hair up.
Nope. No.
What do you mean, no? What about?
I haven't done it for a while, and it's way too much work. It takes
45
minutes to do it, so it's going to take me an hour because I haven't done it in 6 years, 5 years.
Wouldn't you be catching it? You know, if you got into a car or a van, what would you be catching it?
You just slouch.
Oh, okay. You don't want to mess it up. Right? You don't want to knock it on the door for me.
I did it purple. I had a purple suit on. I was going to my cousin's wedding, so I matched my hair with my suit, and I've got it. You can even I've even had it hanging out the sunroof a little bit before. Just like a spike, right? Now I had to joking around and stuff, but
Nice.
Yeah.
And you had that for 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I started in the band in 2009, and we've kind of officially called it quits in 17, 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm just, beautiful locks.
That's right.
And it's soft as hell too. I got really thin hair.
Right.
The English softness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it all depends on
funny.
the water too, doesn't it?
Speaking of hair and changing hair, when I was younger, I always had a beard, right?
Yeah.
And then I had 2 girls. They were little kids, young girls, and their dad had a beard. And I remember one day I decided, screw it, I'm going to shave this thing off, and took it all off, right?
George.
And I came in the house.
Thank you, Deborah.
George is very handsome.
Oh, there you go.
My girls looked at me, and they cried.
We're all handsome.
Because they didn't know what happened to me because my beard was gone. I lost all my facial hair. It's funny, eh?
Yeah. Well, I did that. since I grew the mustache, I've only shaved it off, I think, 2 occasions.
Yeah.
And one of them was maybe like mid-90s, somewhere around there, right? And I mean, the boys are, young men, but they were like, "Oh my God," felt like group like that. They just couldn't take it, right? Like, it's okay.
Deborah, this is how I wear my hair every week. Pretty much. I think I just literally, I shower before the show and I just comb it back and I come and sit down and it goes.
There you go.
Yep. The natural look.
Yeah.
No natural.
I could do it uncombed too and get it a little crazy looking.
That's right.
I actually got to get my hair cut a bit because I don't like it getting too long. It becomes real flat and then you get that.
Yeah. Limp.
Yeah, limp.
Keisha, I like Keisha's comment.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Oh.
What's happened to the Heikadelic show? We're not getting down and dirty, that's for sure.
See, there's no Ringo time. See what happens when Ringo goes AWOL.
Next week, I'll show you how to do eyeshadow for wearing a mask.
Ringo keeps us good and dirty, right? See, without him, we're just a joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, Cindy. Everybody say hi, Cindy.
Hi, Antonio's Cindy. Mom has arrived, finally.
Oh, hi, Antonio's mom.
Hi, Cindy.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
So, hey, you got any words? You got any word meanings this week or what?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, let's hear your word meaning.
Actually, I do.
Right.
Way back before we had concrete, people had their homes and there were always dirt floors. The dirt floors were kind of shitty, right? So what they did,
I know this one.
Do you know this one?
Yeah.
Is they got something, if we saw it, we would call it straw. It's grass, dried grass, but it's called thresh.
Mm-hmm.
And they would put that over the entire dirt floor. So now your feet wouldn't get dirty. And it was a little bit of an insulation too. But what always happened is when you're going in and out of the door, it would always fall out the door because you're walking, it would get stuck in the door. So what they did is they took a little piece of wood and they put it at the bottom of the door on the floor. And it's called a threshold. And this is how we have the saying these days, walking over the threshold. There's actually a piece of wood at the bottom of the door, and that's what it's called, a threshold, to hold the thresh in instead of having it spill out through the doorway. There you go, huh?
There you go. Hey.
Coiffeur, hair coiffeurs, meanings of words. You learn it all on here on a Monday night.
I know, it's astounding. I actually had that one for last week, but we didn't do it, so...
Do not do it this one.
Okay. I got my I'm not sure if I know if it's true trivia.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Go on.
I can't remember if I said this one or not, but do you know how OK came about?
Okay?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It used to be in barracks back in whatever some war a long time ago, can't remember. At the barracks, if you came back and you had nobody killed, you put up 0 and a K. So if everybody is
0
okay,
kills, everything's okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Nobody.
I like that one.
Killed.
I like that.
I don't know if it's true, but it sounded cool anyways.
Yeah. I got another one too. It's the saying "caught red-handed."
Yes.
You know that saying?
I do.
It actually goes back to the 15th century in Scotland, and it refers to someone who's been found with blood on their hands right after committing a crime. And that's where it came from.
After killing an animal, like a sheep or something.
Caught red-handed. You got blood on your hands. You had to
be caught red-handed, cutting it up to be convicted.
Yes. Yeah. Gotcha.
Wow.
That was 15th century Scotland. That goes way back.
Haggis.
They had to be red-handed to make
Didn't
that
they make
crap.
the condoms too? They're the ones who invented condoms using the sheep.
Was it made out of goat guts too, or something, or what?
It was sheep or goat intestine or something that they used.
Yeah.
They started at the anus, and then I guess they worked its way up and found it worked better.
Oh, I don't even want to go there, man. We're just. Yeah. It sounds all wrong.
It sounds all wrong. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Deborah's got trivia.
I have a trivia. All right, Deborah, let's hear it.
Let's go.
I love it.
Yeah.
See, when the fans get involved.
That's right.
Hey, we should do a thing again. I remember we had 2 fans on once before. We should invite fans on the weeks we don't have guests.
We can do that.
Yeah, they're going to tell us.
Does anybody want to come on for the last 20 minutes? Send me a message.
Yeah.
There you go.
Send me a message if you want to come on for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Wow, 20 minutes. Wow, that went fast.
Yeah.
And where do they send this message to?
To me. To
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think I'm on friends with pretty much everybody who's been talking to us on Facebook, except for Keisha, maybe.
Everybody in Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
So hear that, folks? You want to be on the show for 20 minutes? Send Derek a message.
Did you know that a female... What's
that? Penguin?
Oh, it's a penguin. Lays her eggs, and the father takes care of it between the male's legs. Yes, actually, I did know that from...
Yep.
What was that? March of the Penguins or something? Do you remember that movie?
I've not seen it, but I know the movie you're talking about, yeah.
It came out while there was Happy Feet, right? The penguin.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's probably on Happy Feet.
No, but then the March of the Penguins was like following a penguin herd, and they found out all this stuff. Penguins also mate for life.
A lot of things do like ducks do, don't they? And that
Swans.
Well, I remember I lived up in Peterborough, and there was
ducks are bad. They'll lure and hey, 5 guys on one girl.
Really?
Yeah, ducks are pretty.
Well, I remember I was in Peterborough, and every day there was I don't know what happened to this duck in the field. Like we used to drive out, I could see it on the farmer's field there, and it was the female was dead, right? And the male duck was there for like a couple of weeks at least. Just every day he went past, he was still there, over the body of his mate, I guess.
Wait, crying.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it sad, like with the Canadian geese, where I work every year, you see like there's a family of them that come, right? Because, they follow the same migratory path every year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you see them come and they'll like have 6 babies. And then you see them come back again and there's like 2. You know what I mean? Like before they take off south, like they just fly around and eat, come back home, right?
Yeah.
You slowly watch them die off before they take off or up down south, I guess.
Well, the numbers go down, right?
Yeah. But it's just this kind of, you go... I remember I was working in Markham at a place, and there was 13 ducks. It was 13 ducklings.
Yeah.
And literally by the time they left, there was 3. And I was just like, wow, those odds really suck.
That's why they have so many babies.
That is.
Well, the thing is, you have these little ducklings on, they're out in the water with their family on the top of the water, and you get these big fish looking up and going, oh, poof, poof. They lose a couple right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we're on the grass. The big birds that come down, the hawks and stuff, they'll scoop them up.
Yeah. Well, they got to eat too.
Yep. Because out here, that's how you lose cats. If you have cats that go outdoors, the birds get them. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, that's what with my little dog. My little dog is smaller than a cat, right? That's a 5-pound dog. My cats are 12 and 14 pounds.
So, wow.
Yeah. So literally, when we go out, you'll see birds circling. right? Like those, they're not the turkey vulture, but look like them. They eat rabbits and stuff like that. They definitely circle when my little girl's out. Oh, come here, little girly.
Oh no.
Always
you know why they're circling, eh? They're looking down. They're going, I don't know if I can pick that up.
Yeah. Could I get that before the human got me?
That's right.
Wow. Well, that's crazy. Well, and living out in the country, you don't know. It could be coyotes, foxes, whatever, right? I like to bushwalk.
Uh-huh.
So you just gotta kind of make sure that your dog doesn't take off.
That's right.
Too, when we go walking, we usually have a couple of like neighbors and stuff, right? So it's not just my little dog. It's like 4 or 5 other dogs, and they all run together. They're a pack, right?
Right.
The
that's
big
smart.
dog takes care of the little ones, and it's actually kind of funny because there's one who's like, I don't know, I don't even know, a skinny shepherd type, but not a shepherd. You know what I mean? Anyways, it just jumps and flies through the forest, right?
Right.
If anybody goes near my little girl, she just flips out, like new people. Who are you? And she just protects her. It's kind of cute.
That happened with my neighbors. They had a Shih Tzu and a Golden Lab. And the thing is, the coyotes will actually learn your routines if they're in the area.
Yeah.
And that's what these people did. 9 o'clock every night, put the dogs out in the backyard, let them go pee. And 10 minutes later, they bring them in.
Right.
And it happened one night. The coyotes attacked the Shih Tzu. And the lab actually fought to save his little buddy.
Right.
And they did. The people heard all the commotion outside, ran out. The little Shih Tzu was punctured full of fucking holes, like everywhere, all over her body. But the little guy, they're tough dogs. I had a Shih Tzu once before too. They're tough little dogs. They're strong as hell, and it made it.
Yeah.
I remember going with my buddy to the emergency vet, right? And it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We didn't think it was going to make it. And the funny thing is too, we were flying, right? Because we had to go all the way to Newmarket.
Okay.
There's nothing else open around here. So we're just screaming down 48. And sure enough, we get pulled over.
Yeah.
Right? The dog was on the front seat and I was in the back seat. And we just said to the cop, we're taking him to the vet. Just got attacked by coyotes. He goes, drive safe.
Yeah. See ya.
Yep. But yeah.
Oh,
so
I had that happen to me. I've only ever had that happen to me once.
What's that?
I was speeding and I got let off, right? Normally I'm the guy who like I got an abstract done on me and I hadn't had one done for a few years. So I had 8 tickets and 2 accidents on my license. My insurance didn't know. Right. So
wow.
Anyways, I've had a couple of fast cars. So I was going from Oshawa to Vaughan, and I was the last time I looked at my speedometer, it was 260, and a car was pacing me I was in the collector, I was in the express. He was in the express. I was in the collectors, and he was pacing me, and I didn't even realize it was a cop. Right, I thought it was somebody.
Oh no!
Right? So I'm like, yeah, here we go, and. When we come up to the transfer, I slowed down and he pulled in behind me. And I'm like, oh no, it is a cop, right? I'm totally busted. Flicks it on, and he saw I worked on the highway at the time, right? Doing safety.
Well, yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. So he's like, "Do you work for said company?" And I had my shirt on, my vest, and my hat and stuff, right? Yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, what do you do? And I'm like, I have an emergency closure. I'm just trying to get there. I wasn't at home. I was in Oshawa. And he's like, I was pacing you. Do you know how fast you're going? I said, honestly, I don't know how fast I was going because I didn't have my dash lights turned on. Right. Yeah. I was just driving. And he's like, okay, well, you were going pretty fast. Slow down. Have a good night.
Wow.
Really?
Later. Yeah, it must have been the end of his shift or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like I was flying. It was crazy. I used to have an SRT like Caliber, 6-speed
Oh,
and stuff, right?
Aren't those amazing little cars?
Yeah. That's
I
the
was going to
fastest car.
buy one,
Yeah,
but I couldn't fit in it because they all had sunroofs and had manual seats.
yep.
So my head always hit the frickin' rail where the sunroof was. So I couldn't buy it.
Huh, that's weird. Are
But
you
they were
tall?
quick little
You're
cars.
not tall.
Yeah.
You're shorter than me.
I think you are. Well, maybe it's your torso shorter than mine.
Maybe I slouch better.
Yeah. Or you do the Geno driving, right? The seat way back. And
I don't know what it was. It was the Mohawk for 10 years.
Oh, there you go.
You slid in everywhere.
I actually had the Mohawk with that car.
See?
Yep.
Right on.
See, I've always had to get, because of playing drums, all my vehicles are usually a little bit bigger. Like that was a station wagon, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe, like, put a chip in that thing, right? Cost, I think it was $1,200. Did injectors on it and did the exhaust.
Yeah.
And that was almost 500 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Like this car was stupid.
Those cars were nuts. Yeah.
A 4-cylinder 2.4 liter. And almost
when they first brought out the SRT4, the neon was the first one they brought out.
Yep.
Same thing. I took one out I had it out for an hour. I knew the sales lady, so we went for a boot around town.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that car was stupid fast.
Yeah.
But again, I was like this trying to drive the goddamn thing because I'm too tall.
Yeah.
And then when the Caliber came out a couple of years later, I thought, oh, okay, new body style. Same shit.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah.
When did they make the Caliber for? I think 3 years. It was 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
No. And that was just a ridiculous car. That I used to race all the Subarus and stuff like that, eh?
Yeah.
Like the all-wheel drives. There were like 3 different Subarus that I would race pretty much every day. But Mustangs and stuff, like the Fox body, the older ones, and the Camaros and stuff, they'd pull up to me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, leave them. Just leave them.
Yeah. They were great little cars.
Yeah. That's crazy. I loved it.
So whatever happened to that? You sell it or wreck it?
Okay, so this is how much I love my government again. Remember when they brought in all the rules when you can't modify your car and you have to have emissions and stuff, right?
Yep.
Well, I modified my car and I might not have passed emissions. So I sold it before I had to get the emissions test, right? Because you have your 5 years before you have to get your emissions test.
Mm-hmm.
And the car was under 5 years old. It's 6 years, I think it was. I can't remember. 6, 7. Anyways. So before I had to get the emissions test, I sold it and I needed a roof on my house. So I put a steel roof on the house. Then it was a year later, they got rid of the emissions. And I missed that car so much, man.
I bet you do.
Boombox in it, 20-inch rims. Like it was my toy, right?
Yeah.
And I had a truck that I drove in the winter.
Yep.
So yeah, man.
What color was it?
Silver. Total sleeper. Total sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
You don't realize it's got a ground effects kit on it and a wing and stuff until you really look at it. And then you see the hood and it's got a big scoop on it and vents for the brakes and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What a fun
I remember
car.
that when I went and looked at them, they had a black one and a silver one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The black, silver, red, I think were your 3 options.
Okay. And I still remember the sales guy talked to me. He said, yeah. Because I was close to getting one. I was humping a Han. I thought, do I buy it or not, even though I can't fit in it properly? So the silver one sold to a guy that had a Honda. And he had souped the Honda up. He put $18,000 into his Honda.
Yep.
Wow.
And this was a factory car. He took it out and it smoked the Honda. It was so much faster.
Yep.
So he had a hard time
Honda's
selling
a really
it.
top end, eh?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing short drags with them, no good. Yeah. But if you're doing a proper quarter mile, Honda will kill you because they're so light. They just float, right? They're like Well, my Saturn was lighter than a Honda, and it was 1,400 pounds. But the Honda Civic was the next thing lighter, and I think they were 1,500 or 1,600 pounds.
Yeah,
and that's nothing when you start doing these motors up now, and 300, 400 horsepower in these little cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my wife's got 400 horsepower in her freaking Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that thing is amazing. Oh, what are you eating? Tanya, that's my cousin. Hey, cuz. Yeah.
Well, hi, Tanya. How are you?
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. I'm eating nuts, by the way. Here.
A fuzzy story?
a funny story. Nuts.
Oh, okay.
They got a huge pond in front of their house, and that big snowstorm came in, and it laid like a foot of snow on the pond.
Yeah.
So they've got a John Deere tractor with the snowblower on the front.
Oh, hey, wait a second.
What?
We do have somebody that I'm just going to bring on here while you're telling your story.
No, guest.
Okay.
All right. I hope our guest is ready. He looks like he's ready.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God. Hey, I think I know you guys.
Hey, Junior. Oh, okay. So what happened?
So they got a foot of snow on the ice.
Yeah.
So they got the big John Deere tractor with the snowblower on it, and the chains on the wheels. So they get it out on the ice, and the chain is just digging the ice up, so it's making a mess of everything. So they took that off. Yeah. Then they have a little snowblower that you have to push. So because the ice is so slippery, they couldn't push it. Their boots kept sliding, right? And they're so mad because they can't use the ice because it's got a foot of snow on it. So we got big old Bertha here, the old trusty snowblower.
Yeah. So
we took that down there, and it just licked her up nice and clean, right?
I do mine with my four-wheeler.
Yeah, that would work good too. Like this, my snowblower has tires like the four-wheeler does.
Right.
Really, really aggressive.
Yeah.
So it worked great. And then they brought it back, and I'm trying to get it off the trailer here, and it wouldn't fucking start. I couldn't get it off the trailer. And then my cousin's freaking out. She goes, "Oh my God, we bored your snowblower when we bring it back broken." Right? We tried forever to get the thing started. I even hooked the cord up to it, and it's turning on. It wouldn't go. Yeah, so we're looking, and my cousin says, "Oh, look at all these wires," because said maybe there's a loose wire or something like that. She goes, "What are all these?"
Started now.
Yeah, I go, I was going to do that next.
Yeah.
But she said, "What are all these?" I go, "Well, that's the fuel line and stuff. And then there's the fuel shut off."
Right.
So I thought, so I turned it the opposite direction that was in. I couldn't tell if it was on or off. And it started right up.
Nice.
So her husband was smart and put it on the trailer and shut the fuel off, right?
Yeah,
but I never do that, so I didn't think of it.
That's awesome.
All good. All
Junior,
good.
how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, actually. I'm still fucking around with my so-called music room studio here. I was thinking of you, George, because do you know the name Jim Watson?
No, that doesn't. It springs to mind straight away.
Original guitar player for Thin Lizzy, and I happened to have found this. This was gifted to me back years ago. Like I said, I've got so much shit here, but I was thinking of you there, mates, and whatnot. So I'm just looking around and got these getting ready to get mounted.
Right.
A little Rush.
Yeah, these are those ones from the photographer of Rush there, Don Godzilla.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can go on and on. That's what I've been doing. Other than I appreciate the good idea in regards to the plug on the truckers, guys. I've been in contact with the main guy out west is Pat and/or Patrick King.
Yeah. Yes, I watched his video the other night.
Yeah, quite a character.
Looks like it.
But anyway, I had said before, I don't get into politics too much because I really think they're all puppets anyway. So I just kind of been on the fence on all of this. But you know what? For some reason, all of a sudden, in something that he had stated, really hit home. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to go political, but you know what? This is about Canadians standing the fuck up for themselves. And I'm so damn proud, regardless of the outcome. I mean, I have not seen this in years.
Yeah. Have you seen the people on the bridges and the people driving with the trucks with their cars? It's awesome. It's freaking awesome.
Honestly, Heiko, it makes me almost tear up when I'm watching, because like I say, and you guys have heard and know me well enough about being a damn proud Canadian. No offense, George, not that you weren't, but anyway, in the media, I know he is now. Anyway, being that flag waver in the music industry and so on. So when I see Canadians stand up like that, man, I'm old enough to say I can't remember seeing anything like that since the 72-73 series against Russia. How do you like that, Heiko?
There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
so anyway, I've been busy just kind of screwing around the studio, and of course, we got some neat things coming up. I appreciate always. I give you guys a shout out on my show at Indie Rock Radio every now and again, because we're all in support of each other. So we have a live show that will be coming up soon as well. I cannot let the cat out of the bag, but I will say I've been talking to what we would call heavy hitters. I can't say who, but shows are in the works in regards to people setting up tours. So I wanted to let you know about that as well.
Nice.
Okay. See,
I know some sound men and guys who do front of house and stuff, right? And I've heard of a few different tours that have been he's been invited to with a few different bands. So I do hear stuff is coming. Again, you don't know. I know we were talking about starting booking stuff in March and April again.
Yes.
So
it's funny you say those months, because again, I always hate being the talker because I sometimes want to let the cat out of the bag. You will hear from on my show, and we'll let you guys know in regards to the dates that are coming up.
Now we're gonna grill you a little bit, though. Is this like a bigger band? Like
yes,
like
more than one.
Tied to a major.
Yes,
more than one. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. I know of. I'm fortunate, guys. You guys know I talk to a lot. I was just actually talking to Billy Sheehan there about 20 minutes ago as well. Oh. Anyway,
don't give it away.
So we'll be making those. We're kind of waiting a little bit on. I don't want to say it is in regards to the kind of official, but you guys know as much in the industry. We have to set these things up months in advance, type thing. One of them is the festival is a go about the one I spoke that we did last year. So that's one of the big exciting news that is coming up. We may even talk to the House of Haunt about perhaps coming into that and whatnot. So,
well, hey,
nice.
We're always here.
So
that's awesome.
And
make sure you let Bubbles know too from the Trailer Park Boys, because he's a big Rush fan.
Yeah.
Well, you bring that up, and again, my boys down east. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Sean and them. They're on bar stools and band talk down east. Check their site out, guys. I'm going to get them to go take a fucking video and show you guys that Trailer Park is very much so real.
Yes. Well, you know what? If we get a good video, like, we might even put that on our show. We'll air it, because that would be very cool.
Well, it's easy to find. It's not that it's any secret, guys. But there's a giant bridge that goes from Dartmouth to Halifax. You guys know that,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just kind of wanted to turn right instead of going onto the bridge, you'll find the Trailer Park.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, it's not too far. When I did the simulcast with those guys, I know, of course, where Sean lives. He's 2 minutes from the trailer park, and I, of course, have an idea where he is. So, yeah, those guys have done well. It's been great. Hey, are you guys all married, by the way?
Yeah. Kind
not
of.
To each other. No, not to each other, but yeah.
You know, you're gonna love this. I got this in Niagara Falls.
Game over. Yeah.
Right on. That's cool.
So that might be one of the other places that we're talking about. But
Bubbles. What band was Bubbles in?
Oh Christ, I don't know.
Oh,
was he in a band?
Yeah. He's in a Canadian, well, obviously Canadian band.
Yeah, because he's actually a musician. He's a good guitarist.
Yeah, no, he's an awesome
guitar player.
Oh, yep. God, I can't remember.
That show was based on the dad that lived in the junkyard, right? He's the guy that is the main cat behind all that.
Yeah.
So, but
hey, by
the way, because I'm Central Ontario, you guys, because everybody's safe now in regards to getting all that fucking snow,
Bubbles is the guitarist for Sandbox.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing that's 90s, right? Carrie.
Sandbox.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I think he does his own band too.
Trust me, and George will tell you, we may have even maybe as many as 10,000 LPs, but we don't remember all the bands, do we, George?
No.
No.
Right. I don't have 10,000 anymore.
10,000. You want? I have. I just when I bought this house, I found a bunch of LPs, and they were in a music crate or a milk crate.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is going to be cool. And the gentleman who lived here before me was a German World War II vet. So I was like, there's going to probably be some cool stuff in here, right?
Yeah.
Germans really like polka, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy crap, it's polka. And then it was
pretty cool stuff.
It was like pop country from the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised sometimes watching
to Canada was in the 70s.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You'd be surprised what the value of those sometimes might be, though.
Yeah.
But
it's funny, Junior, you remember a few weeks back, you played a track, and I thought it was driving me nuts what it was, and it was Supertramp. Right. And,
it's funny about the side Bs. I'll be doing a feature on that, but Georgia and a lot of us about the side Bs, people tend to forget. And not commercial radio, they can't always play them. So I'm glad you reached out on that, and I have some other surprises coming up, stuff that. That's why I don't always guess on the backside there. I like to just kind of leave it as it is.
Yeah.
So, but that's a great little idea that you're doing there.
Well, the reason I know backsides, any ones that I do, is usually stuff from that my dad used to listen to. And he was the type to always read while he was listening to it. So I know I see the backside of it.
Yeah. He hasn't been told lately, eh, George?
No, I won't. Just
he's still pissed off because my girlfriend's younger than his wife.
Me? No. I can't deal with you.
I think what we need to do, Derek, we need to get the boys up to your cottage there. We'll have a little get together there sometime, and I'll bring some jam guys, and let's get it going.
Okay, I don't want to, let the cat out of the bag or anything, but I've already got that planned. What I plan on, I play in a cover band, so I'm gonna bring them up, and we're gonna play tunes from. Okay, so where my cottage is, it's my cottage. My parents' is right beside it. So I'm going to probably set up on my parents' lawn because they have a big break wall and play out to the water and invite people to come to the water, right? Come in your kayak, come in your boat, whatever. I'll put up like buoys or something so you know not to bring your power boats too close in because you know what the shoreline's like. It's, 2 feet deep for a mile. On our side,
and anything local my way, just talk to me, Derek. We can set up. I even got somebody that can perhaps bring a makeshift stage if you want.
Well, okay, the makeshift stage would be awesome. I know the band that I'm in. We have everything but a stage. We got all the lights. We got like the PA with the subwoofer and all that stuff, right? And yeah, so if we just
that's probably like I say. Let me know because I'll remind you that's actually since I brought up Phil Narrow there. The last time I saw Phil, it was that private party that we did up on Duck Bay Road. You know where that is, Derek? Yeah. So it's the same kind of concept. How much property do you have there?
Not too much. It's cottage, right? So I think I don't know, maybe 200 feet wide.
Okay.
I don't even think it's with both of them, right? I know my cottage is it's a half lot, so it's whatever 35 feet wide.
Okay. We were just talking there, Heiko, about getting a little get together at Derek's cottage this summer. Have you guys so we can finally all meet in person?
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
sorry, I had to run. When you have a 120-pound dog whining at the door to go pee, you gotta get up.
So, I hear you have a special guest next week. I'm not going to say the name because you already did, but I was just on the phone. You better check on that, Derek.
Yeah, no, he told me to remind him.
When I asked him, he goes, "I am."
Yeah. No, he always tells me, give me a call 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's Mr. Steve Hogue.
Yeah. Well, last time he was on, there was 2 dates, and then the third one he actually came on. Remember? Yeah.
He's a busy boy.
A bunch of. I'll let him tell you more, but he's got a whole bunch of activities. Let's say, and has the last year on the go. So that's why in his dance. So you were actually fortunate that you can get him on there. He's going to be on my show actually this Friday as well. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah.
No, I forget what I was going to say there. Huh. Yeah, no, he's
so when he's on your show on Friday, remind him he's on our show on Monday.
Tell him he's a show hog.
Yeah.
I'll do that. So Ringo's away feeling under the weather?
Yeah. Ringo's not feeling so good today.
It wasn't sounding so good either.
Yeah.
It looked too good either.
Oh, he always looks good when you got a voice of an angel, you know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Even that was a bit croaky today.
Yeah.
The voice of an angel.
Well, Mr. Heiko.
Yeah.
Seems that it is 10 after 11.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Junior, do you have anything you want to plug before we
say goodnight? No, just kind of what we were saying. I appreciate everything's been just rocking. Doing very well at Indie Rock Radio on Friday night from 7 to 10. That's going very well. As I said, we have a full interaction show, indie scene with Bling & Junior coming up as well. We'll have you guys on maybe sometime. Other than that, the other things, as I say, just stay tuned for those that are on my page or about the events I talked about. Once we get things finalized, we'll get a hold of you guys and we'll hoover out all the events that are going on. I'm very excited about it. So it feels good to actually know that things are going to be happening in March, but I can't say who until we get closer.
Right on. Right on. See, didn't I tell you things are going to get better in March?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Oh, it's awesome.
I may even go get a fucking haircut one day here.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Me too. I got to get a trim.
Well, Junior, it was good having you on. Even if it's the last bit of the show, it was great having you on again, buddy. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Yes, you too.
And I'm looking forward to us getting together in person this summer. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. As I said, we'll come up to my cottage and we'll go. We'll even invite Ringo, maybe.
You think? Well, I remember last time you guys got together up at the cottage. I almost came up that time, remember? But I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So I also want to thank our fans. They were just busy. I just seen the messages flying up all night.
Deborah collects Hot Wheels.
Yeah?
She still got them. Like 500 of them.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
I have to look into that next week. There you go.
How can a girl that collects Hot Wheels think Derek is sexy? Like, come on. How's that work?
Because I got the total like 70s haircut.
Nothing wrong with the 70s.
No, the 70s were awesome. That's when I was born.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Richard wants to come to the cottage too.
Yeah.
You can. I'll tell you what. I'll have a party, and whoever wants to come can come.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus! Don't say that.
No. If you can't, if your tent doesn't fit on the property, we'll send you over to Junior's.
Okay.
Camp out on his front lawn.
Yes.
Or we'll go over to his buddy Neil's house. Party in the back patio and
Okay.
in the back.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a nice pool there.
Yeah. Either that or I'm sure Junior, he knows the area quite well. He might just know a good spot that's open that you can just go and put up your tent and you'll be,
I very much so do. That's why, again, we'll have to talk there. We got room for probably about 300.
Oh, perfect.
Wow. Nice. Deborah wants to come too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deborah
sure. We're Sandra. We know where
Sandra's coming.
Oh,
Burlington.
Right.
There we go. They're all coming. That's
Hey,
it. Now you've done it.
Be there.
George, from Burlington and from Ajax, it's the same distance
Yeah.
because I'm in Midland, right?
Yeah.
So it's you got to go west anyways.
Yeah. You go north and a little west.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, then. Okay, my last plug is we have to start a GoFundMe page so we can get the monies together and we'll make this happen.
All right.
No, sell tickets. Go fund these for other people. That's the
I already have
extra
the
gas money.
Yes.
We'll figure it out, boys. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we even have some prizes for some fans. Maybe they can win something. They win a place in somebody's tent.
Maybe we'll do a short order of shirts.
All right. Speaking of fans, I want to thank the fans for the part of the show tonight. That'd be Sandra. Deborah was first today, but Deborah and Sandra are always fighting first spot.
Well, no, it was Deborah, then Mel, then Sandra.
Oh, was it?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Deborah, Mel, Sandra. I just scrolled up here.
Sandra, you're slacking. What's going on? You're third place today. Well, I want to thank those three and Richard, Joe, Ringo, Junior, James, another James, spelt a different way, Kathy, Keisha, Antonio, Antonio's mom, Cindy, and my cousin Tanya. It was awesome having you all on the show. Hopefully we'll have you on the show again next Monday night at 9:30 right here on the Heikadelic Show. Have a great week, everybody. See you, Junior, Derek,
Cheers to the
George.
truckers.
Whoa.
Cheer on the truckers, boys.
Cheer
Thanks,
on
girls.
the truckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Go.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show.
Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show.
Hey, this is Spiffy Vengeance, and I'm reporting for the Heikadelic Show. In behind me, you can see the War of the Worlds going on as we speak. It's amazing. It's a light show. It's over the Pickering Darlington nuke plant, but we're not sure what's going on.